What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your weekly edition of the Mystro Weekly Industry Roundup. I am Randy Shear, also known as Uberman from YouTube, and I am here in collaboration with Mystro to bring you the latest news in rideshare. So to begin, number one on my list is from USA Today, and it says, Uber, Lyft rides in New York City could cost more under new minimum wage rule. The New York City Taxi and Limousine Commission's passage of a minimum wage for drivers of ride-sharing services such as Uber and Lyft could raise rates for some passengers. The new rules, the first citywide regulations in the nation, were passed Tuesday and are expected to go into full effect mid-January. They would give drivers for services such as Uber and Lyft a minimum hourly wage of $17.22, and that is after expenses. It is estimated that about 96% of the city's 80,000 drivers who work for ride-sharing services would get a raise. Uber and Lyft issued statements in support of a living wage for drivers, but said the new rules could also drive up prices for passengers. I think this is a win. I think this is a big win for drivers, and let's be real here, people. Passengers are going to be fine paying more money. They really will. I think passengers are so happy with rideshare. Think 10 years back. 10 years back, could you imagine picking up your phone, pushing a button, and having a car arrive at your destination? Let me tell you something. When I was in Manhattan, when I've been in Los Angeles, when I've been in San Francisco, when I've been in Chicago, literally, you can push a button on your phone, and sometimes it is within a minute or two, a car pulls up. Now, I think as a passenger myself who uses Uber and Lyft, this is great. I don't mind paying a little extra. Drivers deserve to get paid and be able to support their families doing a job, doing a service to the community. As an ex-driver and as a current passenger, I think this is great. It's great. Passengers are not going to be upset at all. I really don't think they will. And drivers, congratulations. Huge win for you folks out in the New York City area. But we go from good news to bad news. In San Francisco, from Business Insider, 12,000 Uber drivers say the company is refusing to honor the arbitration clause in its terms and conditions. Like thousands of other companies, Uber requires most drivers to sign an arbitration agreement that requires disputes to be resolved within the company and not in a court of law. There is an option to opt out of the clause as outlined in the company's 21-page terms and conditions, but it must be done within 30 days of signing the agreement. Now fed up with falling pay and their status as contractors rather than employees, 12,501 drivers have filed a lawsuit in California accusing Uber of ignoring requests for arbitration. The suit was first reported by Motherboard. Over 300 pages of partners requesting arbitration. The plaintiffs claim only 47 have been appointed arbitrators and only 6 have even been seen in the process. Number 3 on my list, awesome news for Lyft and Aspen, Colorado. From the Aspen Daily News, the city's agreement with Lyft is worth up to $800,000. Can I get a piece of that? The city of Aspen is proposing to pay Lyft up to $800,000 to deliver a wide range of mobility platforms during a 3-month experiment next summer. A memo released Friday details the contract up for approval at Monday's Aspen City Council meeting. The city announced on Tuesday that it is partnering with Lyft for the June through Labor Day Shift Mobility Lab program in an effort to get up to 800 cars off the road that is expected to total roughly $3.25 million in city spending over the next 3 years, and it has been in the works since 2017. Number 4 on my list, from the New York Times. I didn't want to talk about IPOs. We got to talk about IPOs because it's big news. San Francisco, Uber confidentially filed paperwork on Thursday to go public, according to 2 people with knowledge of the matter, officially moving toward what is expected to be one of the biggest and most anticipated tech company stock market debuts ever. And you are not kidding. The minute we can, you bet I'm putting some money in on Lyft and Uber. Absolutely. The ride-hailing company filed its paperwork with the Securities and Exchange Commission on the same day that its rival Lyft also filed for an offering, said the people who requested anonymity because they were not authorized to speak publicly. Each company is rushing to beat the other to public markets in the first half of next year amid a fair climate for technology IPOs and worries of a potential economic recession. So that's going to be it. I'm going to leave you with that, and I certainly appreciate you watching. I am Randy Shear, Uberman from YouTube, here in collaboration with Mystro. We all appreciate your time. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Stay tuned, as we will be back next week for your next edition of the Mystro Weekly Industry Roundup. Stay safe out there, everybody.